It's good. It's Skano. Now, I joked around saying that I may have to move, with some extra caution out here in regard to this whole deportation situation. Because, the way ICE is going about selecting, you know, who they feel are potential illegals, these identifiers, what they call now biometric determinants. So basically, if you look a certain way, you can get jammed up. And I was joking how I have to be careful. Woo woo. So this dude Byron Buckle, his parents migrated from the Virgin British Islands. He's an American citizen. He got jammed up by ICE, uh, and he got this close to being deported, even though the whole time he was trying to convince them that he's an American citizen. Because there is a process before they deport you. But he got through every level, you know, and he was that close. And finally, his family got a hold of an attorney who was able to get a hold of the officials, and and I know a majority of FBAs feel like this is not our issue. Uh, the last of our concerns are being deportated. I'm just saying, hold on now. It's not outside the realm of possibility. If y'all think this is purely a political issue, I mean, wake up, man. There's definitely racial undertones to this. This dude Byron Buckle looked like a black dude to me. But anybody of color can get caught up in this system and slip through the cracks. Trust me. Speaking of these camps, these detainment camps, in Florida, they call them Alligator Alley. 30 miles of swamp on the east side, you know. So apparently some Democratic, council members got a tour through there after raising some hell to get through some, red tape. Because ICE, they don't want people to know what's going on in there. It's rumors coming out, people dying in these camps, and being exposed to inhumane treatment. Now, they're caged up like literally like dogs. You got 30 people, 32 people per cage, these 30 by 30 cages, 3 toilets for 32 people. And they saying that these people have to share not only 3 toilets between, but they are getting their drinking water out of these toilets. That's what's being said. They saying they're being starved, you know what I'm saying? Nowhere near sufficiently being fed. They saying disease breaking out in there. They saying it's, they're being exposed to racism. So, I don't know, man. Now, if you've never been incarcerated, then obviously, it will be a cultural shock to you, even being in a county for the first time. So it's certain aspects of, incarceration on any level. It's not comfortable, it's just not. So, but this go beyond, you know what I'm saying? They saying they treating these people like dogs, you know. There was a white guy who had commented, he said he was white. He said, I'm a 62-year-old white man, and this is not the country I remember. And I thought to myself, well, you must have been in a coma for 60-some years, because this is definitely America. You don't remember in 1942 what they did to the Japanese Americans? Same thing, but they treated them much worse. Ask the Japanese Americans. I bet you this is bringing up some, some dark memories as far as they concerned, But, You know how these migrants are, man. They'll be subjected to any amount of barbaric treatment just to achieve assimilation. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it wasn't that long ago when they rounded up all the Japanese American citizens for political reasons, though. You know, it's purely political. You know, threw them in them camps, and like I said, they treated them worse than they. I don't know exactly what's going on in these camps in Florida, but what is coming out, you know, is taking on some dark overtones. But are you surprised? Apparently, some people are surprised, but I think you're just lying to yourself. This is America, after all. So, like I said, I know a lot of FBAs feel like no news here. You know what I'm saying? But what those Latinos were saying, man. Remember when they were saying, yeah, today it's us, tomorrow to be y'all. Nah, I don't believe that. But I do believe any person of color, if you're borderline-ish, sis, you know what I'm saying? If you're not really, you know, your ancestry is not dating back, I mean, deep roots. Hell, like I said, a person like myself, if you just look a certain way, who's to say I can't just slip through the cracks? You know? So, I mean, it is what it is, you know. But like I said, man, I may have to move around with my birth certificate from now on. You know, I'll fuck around, end up in El Salvador. You never know. Guatemala, Venezuela, you know, I can't have no mistakes. 216 Skano, you already know.